Awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to talk today about something that's very, very, very dear to me and very important. It's one of the most important things in my life, and it's called listening. So listening is music to my ears, and I'm Sharon Waters. I've been studying human behaviour for over 20 years. I've helped many people transform by working with their powerful minds. So today I just want to share with you the art of listening. And why the art of listening? Because it's the foundation to magnificent relationships. I truly believe it's the missing piece to real communication. And in our world today, so many talkers, talk shows, talkback radio, it really says a lot about our world we live in. Talk, 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 talk. So it seems a little lopsided, don't you think? So everyone's talking today about we have two ears and one mouth. And the mouth kind of sits between the ears. So if the size of our ears and mouth was summed up by the amount we use them, I imagine that our face would be overcome by a big gaping hole. Bit of a visual for you. So what if we rebalanced our heads, used the ears twice as much as the mouth? How different would our world be? So to master the art of listening, for me, there's 6 foundational things that we need to pay attention to. So number 1, we must have a willingness to learn about others. And there's no point going into communication if you're the only person that's going to talk. So you have to get to know them. And to do this, you need to enter into a unity with the desire to learn as much as you can about each person you're creating connection with. So the second thing, which would be the I in listening, is to make them important. So clear your mind and forget everything about yourself just for the time being. Think of how good it is when someone gives you their undivided attention, when they only have ears for you. You know, how much of a difference does it make? So I think it's now time for you to return the favour. Number 3, which would be the S. Once you're really listening to someone, there becomes some signs. So I want you to sit and wait for the signs. And what do I mean by this? I mean the people, when people realise that you're really in it for them, they'll start to relax and get comfortable with you. So watch their body language, their breathing might change, their energy could alter, their facial expressions soften. So if you're giving your undivided attention, you'll notice these things. And so what does that mean? It means you're now building trust with someone. So that'll be the T in listening. So how do you know if you're building trust? There are many ways that this will show up, but more often than not, if trust is being built, the person you're listening to will start to ask you questions. So once you're at the stage, it's now time for you to get engaged. That will be the E, and that's on the way to marriage. So you're now learning the art of listening, and you will know exactly what to say because you've been fully engaged and immersed in the other person's world. You've learnt about them, their needs, you've genuinely made them feel important. You were patient enough to wait for the signs that confirm that you're building trust. You're now both in a place of engagement. It's been authentic, natural, and fulfilling for both parties. And last but not least, it costs you nothing. It absolutely costs you nothing to listen to someone. So what's the moral of this story? There's an art to listening. It's a practice. It's something that you learn, just like a waltz or a tango. It's the foundation to a great partnership in any area of life. So my question to you today is, are you ready to master the art of listening and create an intimate dance with everyone you meet? Thank you for listening.